Alright, we're getting back onto this Evo motor. So the pin clips here were junk on these pistons. The shop that worked on it before overstretched these clings right here. This is what a new one looks like. This one here you can see was a lot smaller in diameter. See how it's a lot smaller? So this would come apart. You would lose the wrist pin on this one pretty quickly. So whenever you put these in, do not twist them, don't squeeze them, don't make them look like that. They will come apart and fail. These new ones are what we're supposed to use. Oh, I measured. So I went to replace these. I had to figure out what size these were. So I measured them to see. See how this one actually looks like it's almost the right size. You can see how it's twisted. I don't know if you can see it's twisted, but see how it's up in the air over here. That one they twisted putting in. And I see 3 clips. So Harley clips are usually around 62, 63 thou in diameter. There's some around 59, some around 60, some around 61, some around 62 thousandths thick. I'm not sure how much latitude we have in sizing on pistons. But this one here is 59.5, which would be a 60. This one here is 59.5, 60 again. This one here is 60. And these are Wiseco clips here for their pistons. And these are 58.5, which would be 59. So these are 1 to 2 thou smaller than what's coming out of there. Well, 1 to 1.5 thou. So I'm going to use them. Not sure. I'd rather be slightly smaller than slightly too big. Like I said, genuine clips are like 63. If the clip is too big to go down the groove, it'll hang up in the air real high and it can pop right out. If it's too small, the pin will try to dig through it, but it'll dig in real hard in the groove trying to come through. I don't think 1 thou is going to kill us, so I'm going to go with that. These are S&S pistons, and I don't have any S&S clips right now. So it's very hard getting parts right now. So I use what I have. I'm going to put 4 brand new ones in here. And we're not going to bend them up. Okay, so now we got that figured out. We got the pistons all cleaned up. I'm going to reuse these rings that are on here. They've only got like 10 miles on them, I think they said. Before they blew all the head gaskets out of it a couple times. So we're going to go ahead and reuse these things. Okay, there's our, put the ring gaps in different areas than where they were. Break them up a little bit. So one's over here, one's over here. Close enough. Okay, so these are right and the left side of the piston. Not that I can see. So I don't know if there's anything written on the dome here, so I got to scrape the dome off to see if it matters which way is which. So I'm going to use our handy dandy scraper here. Okay, I see nothing that tells me anything. So it just says we're 10 over. Oh, there's an arrow right there. Cam side. Hard to see that. There it is right there. Good thing I scraped it. I don't know what the B means, but yeah, who knows. This has an F on the part number. So maybe that's the front. So let's scrape this piston. I'll see there's an R on it. Nope. why you have a good carbide scraper. Clean things up. So it's another F piston, another B piston, and it says cam over here and a mark going that way again. So that means the valve pockets are equal, which you can see, and there's probably an offset wrist pin in here. So it's going to be forward or back probably. That's why it matters which way the cam is. Otherwise it wouldn't make any difference. The cutouts down here are the same. No, they're not. Obviously that's a difference. And over here we got some markings. See, that one's an RP, FP. So you got a front and a rear now. And we got a location for cam. So now we know. So that's why you got to look over everything on the pistons, figure it out. Now, the reason you got a big cutout in there is when you got a big bore motor, piston angle like that, they come down like this. They overlap each other like that a little bit. So this is always the front. This is always cut away in the front of the rear piston, because this is the thrust side, it's the non-thrust side. If you look at part number, rear and front. That's how you tell. Now you'd think they put a big FR on top, but that'd be too easy. Alright, so now we know which one is which. And we also know which side cam is. So I'm going to go ahead and put our wrist pin retainers in. So we grab a couple of screwdrivers, a medium and a small. Cam is on this side. So what I try to do is I try to wedge these things in here. Now having a buried skirt in here like this makes it really hard to get in here. But you want to get the one tang in there, and you want to compress the snap ring and kind of roll it in. Like I said, it's really hard to do that with this here. So you can go like this with it, pushing like that, and you might be going too far pretty easily. But don't compress it more than you have to. See how it's going in like that? My guess is that's going to make it really hard to get in. But we'll see. So as you push in one side, you try to push in the other side at the same time. See how I'm pushing in there like that? So that one's in a groove. That one's in a groove now. We've gone too deep with the piston pin with clips, so I'm going to pull it back up this way. So I just take the wrist pin. Ah, wonderful. It appears I did not hone these wrist pin bushings yet. I always do that to make it easy to put together. See, I won't go in the hole. Wonderful. Whoop. That means this has to come back out. So I'm going to bring it back up. Pain in the ass. I'm going to go find my pliers. Just kind of roll it out without putting a load on it. So this clip now has been in once and back out. If you lay it next to the other one on top of it, there should be no damage to it. See See, that's back to the same identical size. That means there's no damage. Okay, so we're going to have to hone these now. Because if you can't put your wrist pins in, it's kind of hard to put a motor together. Said I did all this pre-work already, but obviously not. We got Scooby. So we're going to go over here and do a little prep work. See, I've already cleaned this piston about 3 times already. That was a waste of time. Well. Okay, don't know this big ass thing. There we go. There's our home. That's 17, yep. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and hone this. Knock off the high spots where the clips go in to get burrs on them. And that should allow me to put my pin into like I'm supposed to be able to, instead of beating it with a big hammer, which I don't want to do. Okay, see how it falls through now? Not exactly complete fall through, but close. Right out of holes. There you go. So now the pins are cleaned up now. Come on, fall through. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so we got everything where I can put together now. I get to go clean all this oil off, and we'll come back. Back to assembly. Alright, we're back. So these are all cleaned up now. Again, this time the wrist pin fits through them like they're supposed to. So, not quite 100% free. Pretty close. Once you wear off the highest spots like this, start falling through like they're supposed to. There's always a little grits and dirt and high spots from honing. And even after you clean them, there's always high spots. So that's how you loosen them up. It's called burnishing it in. Okay, so now we're back to what we're going to do. Cam side. Where's my cam? Cam's on this side. Small arrow right there. Put the clip back in. Don't know if it's the same one or not. Don't care. Push it in a little ways with your thumbs. Like that. I'm going to rotate it around like that. And push on this side. Push on this side and push on this side. Try to make it go in. And if you're not in there deep enough, the clip pops back out. Normally you roll these in, but problem with this is right now, with this kind of piston you can't roll it because it's in the way. So you do it this way. So I got that side to go down a little bit. I come over here and get this side to go in a little bit too. Go back and forth a little bit. We got that side to go down, I get this side. So you want to compress it a little bit and push down at the same time. So that popped in, and it looks like it's in there all the way now also. I always like trying to rotate them. Tells you how tight they're in there. Kind of move barely. Then you take your wrist pin and see if it makes a good solid sound. That'd be a solid sound. So it's hitting nice and hard and even. So that's in there good. So that's how you get them in there. I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Where's our cam side? Cam side's on here right here. Same, I'm going to push it in the same thing again. Hard on your thumb. Use a screwdriver, a little bit of help. Make sure you're in there over center. Not quite over center yet. That means I'm past the snap ring groove. Okay, I'm in there a little deeper now. Now when you rotate around, the clip won't pop out and poke you in the eye. Some people care about that. If I go like this, the clip's way over there, so when I go the other direction, go this direction. So it's over the groove over there. See, I push that over like that, pop it in, pop you in also. See, it's past the groove on this side. So we take our wrist pin, knock it in. Here's a dud. See how it gets hard when it's in there all the way? So we get a dud feel in there. It's no good. Make sure it's in there all the way. It won't move. Check it again. Sounds good. We're in there. You come back and double check just by looking at it. Make sure everything's how it should be. So use the sound a lot when you do stuff. Sound, feel, it's not just look. Okay, so now we're ready to put the pistons into the motor. So I already got the rings on there and all that. So we're good to go. Okay, be back in a minute.